Hey, it's Keith with the Conversion IQ team over at Inflow, reviewing Charles Twitt, ctshirts.com. This site's been on our best-in-class e-commerce list for quite a while, I think since the beginning. And there's a lot of things we love about it, a few things that we would change, but overall, an excellent site. We're going to focus on the desktop version. The mobile version is more of a rehash done with Mobify, so we're going to really focus on the desktop and things that we love about it. Now, we always try to break down our reviews by the four basic categories of an e-commerce site: orientation pages, navigation pages, destination pages, and action pages such as cart, checkout, wish list. So let's start with orientation. Now, thinking about the motivational factors of someone's mindset when they're here, they're really focused on improving. We look at motivation in terms of three categories: improving, complying, and saving. Now, Charles Twitt does offer some savings, and it's actually offers quite a good value. But people who come here who are looking for nice things, definitely savings is one of those motivational factors of some personas to the site. Now, compliance, if you have to wear a tie to work, you must well look really good in it. So there's going to be some compliance that drives people to the site. And then improving, definitely a site about improving. I think it's competitive type people are definitely going to be here to improve. Um, you know the I think that's for me where this brand is really at. But they definitely also handle savings. Now, complying, I don't think they really need to handle. I think that one takes care of itself in this case. So we're going to talk about improving and savings when we look at this site. Now, as we go through who you are, what you do, and what it means to me, who you are is pretty evident. What you do is pretty evident too. They handle it right here in these top lines. They sell shirts, ties, suits, shoes, casual wear. What more do you need to know? So it's all backed up by use of a decent slider. They've also got some good trust things going on. They've got live chat, no face involved, but would like to see them get a little bit more of a personality based around their chat. But they also have a phone number, top left, where people are going to see that they can call. Now, they don't have the hours that they're available, and they are a English company, so Americans will likely be a little bit hesitant to call, not knowing if they're going to get them during office hours. But so room for improvement there. Let's jump into that. That was orientation. I think they do pretty well. Let's jump into our navigation. So let's go where most people go for navigation, right into dress shirts. One of the things that we like about this site is its left nav. It, most importantly, allows you to pick more than one item at a time. A lot of left navs fall short in that area. So if I'm interested in classic fit and I feel like I'm between a couple of different sizes, let's say 14 and a half and 15, because let's say your collar size fluctuates with your weight, then I can choose as many of these as I want. That's a great feature. Now, what's really annoying about this at the same time is that the page refreshes and it takes me back up to the top of the page. But regardless, I know what they're selling. I can customize and find my shirt, and I'm down to only 5 pages. So let's find out some fresh cuffs here. I'd really prefer if I could just have an endless scroll down the page instead of having to do pagination. But that seems to be the way that they have the site set up. Okay, so I get a lot of results here, and again, I've got 4 pages. Gosh, I really just wish that I had an endless scrolling here so I don't have to paginate through there. Whenever you have multiple pages, you know that the number one click on page one is going to be page two. That's just the way it works. That's after seeing dozens and dozens of e-commerce sites analytics. That's the reality. So endless scroll, it would be a nice treat here. Now, when you mouse over each of their gallery items, we see a bit of movement here. And so that's pretty cool. They're keeping their page simple unless you're actually interested. Now, the best feature about on this site is really the short list. Watch what happens when I hit add to short list. And this is just like adding to wish list. I can browse through, and again, where an endless scroll would be awesome. Scroll through endlessly and just build my shopping list. This is how people really work. Think about what you do in a store. You grab the items, you head to the change room. This is what people do. They collect and then they sort and eliminate. So, um, you know, great, great short list here. I don't need to create an account in order to create my short list. Honestly, there's nothing that's going to kill your sale faster than somebody hitting wish list and hitting account creation. Nobody wants to create an account to save a wish list. This is how you do it. You use cookie technology, you save it on their computer, you get them shopping, you get them engaged, and then at a later time they're going to save permanently, whether you prompt them or not, because they don't want to lose this information if it's valuable to them. This is such a more successful way of doing things. So with that, we went over navigation. Really good. Really like it. I give their navigation a good 8.5 out of 10. Let's go to the products page now. Okay, first thing we're going to do is minimize that short list, and then we're going to take a look around. Now, beauty thing about this is it told me to click to zoom, and I'm going to click to zoom, and look, I can almost see the stitching on this. This is awesome. People who buy goods online care about the quality of the product and how they look. This tells a lot. They've got different views, but be able to go in there and see the quality of the product. That's essential. Now, they allow you to configure, such as French cuffs and button cuffs, and they actually give you cues of what they look like. And they have a simple add monogram and pocket feature. So notice how clean this is, and you kind of work your way down, and then you choose your quantity, and I see 4 for $1.99 or less. So I'm going to choose that and see what happens. They also use FIFO reviews. Now, I do like FIFO, but you could do this with anybody. Just call out your reviews, and they have a tab with reviews, and see how strong that's called out. People want reviews, and they've got 314 reviews, and that's because they're good at getting reviews. Nothing worse than having a site that has no or just one review. People just don't respond to it. In fact, it's a negative. It's proof that not many people buy from you. So you have to be good at collecting reviews. So that's about it. A really awesome, strong page. And now we're going to add to cart. All right, they have a little bit of an upsell. So first there's a little pop-up or pop-down cart, and it flashed so quickly you could hardly notice it. Really has to persist longer. And now they're doing buy another shirt for this much. So it's an upsell. Honestly, they should take those two and combine them into one, such as Under Armour does. But regardless, that's another way that they could improve. Really, somebody adds the cart, show them a fairly persistent indication that they can actually read, and then also use that modal for the upsell. Again, take a look at Under Armour. So let's add the bag here. Oh, I already did that. I forgot. Okay. So it looks like I've got two of the identical items here. I'm going to remove one. You would think that it would have just added 4 more to my cart, but regardless, it's all good. Now, the thing that I love about their cart is that they have this candy rack cross sell area, and you can see that if you want to, you can add socks to this order and they automatically get added. You don't have to take the user back into the site and have them re-navigate and repurchase through a product page and then go back to their cart again. Chances are they'll never make it back. You want, if you've got good cross sells, you want to offer them right in the cart, and you want to do it so that it's as easy as possible and they can just go. I mean, seriously, I know my sock size. Do I really need to find out more information than that? Um, you know, and of course, let me do it if I want to, but also just let me add my socks. So great cross sell. We're not going to go through the checkout. It's looking pretty good. We're going to end up here after a brief look on the wish list. So we saw before that I had 4 things in my wish list. Just look at how effective this is. I have all those 4 things that I've added. They're all in my maybe list. And now I could remove one, say, no, I don't like that. This is exactly how I work in the real world and how most people work. And if I want to, I can add the bag, and it adds to my yes list. So let me do that. Oh, okay. I did what everyone would do, and I was told that I was wrong. I'm being a bad shopper, obviously. I got some red in front of me just by doing what they told me to do. So they can improve in that area for sure. They probably want to have, buy now or something else, and then just drop those down and get my attention, or bring up a modal that says, we just need your collar size and sleeve size, etc., etc. But don't tell me I did something wrong. But anyways, if I do add the bag, it'll add to my yes list. So love this feature where they're going yes, no, maybe. Now, how many people use it? It's a little bit unconventional. I don't know, but you got to give them kudos for being innovators. They've got a great wish list, probably the best online today, and they also are doing some great things to get shoppers through their site, leveraging an already strong and respected brand. Anyhow, Keith with Conversion IQ, heading out, and thanks a lot for listening.